Jai Hind, my dear students. Welcome to your science class. Here is part 3 for you, and in this particular part we are going to see about changes around us and then what is expansion and contraction. So let's start with the changes around us. We know that each and every time there is certain kind of change around us. So there are many changes, like if you take the example of cooking food, drying of clothes, growing of trees, and ripening of fruits are becoming day and night. These all are different kind of change. Plants are able to make their food because of photosynthesis. That is another kind of change. So these changes can be of any type. They may be physical change or chemical change, depending upon whether a new substance is formed or not. So let's see what actually the physical changes are. A physical change is a type of change in which only the physical state of the substance changes and no new product is formed. Here we need to pay attention that there is no formation of new product, only there is maybe change in state, change in shape, change in size. So that may be physical change only. Let's try to understand with certain examples. Suppose if glass is breaking, means there is no change in the property of the glass, only the shape of the glass is changing. It is breaking into various pieces. So here you can say this is physical change. Suppose you are cutting wood or chopping the wood, it is converting into many pieces, that is physical change. You are cutting your hair, that is physical change. You are mixing all your candies, then that is physical change only. Okay, boiling, heating, melting, breaking, folding, threading, everything is change of example of physical changes. So let's see what actually these chemical changes are. If there is formation of something which is new, if there is formation of new product or new substance, then only that will be considered as chemical change. If there is no formation of new substance, that is not going to be a chemical change. Let's see with certain example. If there is combustion, okay, or burning, that is physical, that is chemical change. If there is rusting, that is formation of rust is chemical change. Digestion of food in your stomach is again chemical change. Photosynthesis, you know very well what actually this photosynthesis is, chemical change. Baking, cooking, everything is physical change, chemical change. Washing, the detergent reacts with the dust particle and our hands gets clean, our clothes gets clean, that is example of chemical reaction and chemical change. Fermentation, and in battery again there is chemical change, that's why we are able to get current. So all these are examples of chemical changes. So I am repeating it again. If there is formation of new substance or new product, then that is chemical change. If there is no formation of new substance or new product, that is example of physical change. Let's see another concept, expansion and contraction. Very simple thing. The increase in the size of a matter on heating is called expansion. So what actually happens, how that increasing that heating increases the size. So when a substance is heated, the particle start vibrating rapidly, matlab very fast. Okay, thus each particle takes up more space because of its increased movement, causing the substance to expand. So that vibration leads to the expansion. Vibration leads to the increase the distance between molecules. Okay, so if there is increased in distance between molecules, the finally you will get that there is increase in the size of matter, and that is the expansion. Okay, if the decrease in size of matter is possible when the matter gets cooled. So wherever there is cooling, it contracts. When a substance is cooled, the movement of its particles slows down, whereas when it was getting heat, there was increased in their vibration. Now upon being cool, it vibration gets slows down, and that leads to the decrease movement, and that finally results into the decrease in overall size of the matter. Okay, but here is one exception, that water is one of the few known substances that expand when frozen. Thus ice occupies more space than the water. So this is one of the known example that upon cooling water expands. Okay, when it converts into ice, it occupies more space. So that's why it is suggested, whenever we keep any water bottle filled with the water in freezer, we need to leave some empty space into the bottle. We are not supposed to we are not supposed to fill the water up to the lid. We need to keep some gap, otherwise there are chances that upon freezing, that it will increase the size of the it will increase the volume of the ice, and there are chances that the bottle may break. Okay, so here if you see expansion, whenever the particles get hot, it takes more space and they expand. So upon being hot, it increases. So that's why you can see the volume, the balloon is increasing in size. Here we can see more, and here heated air expands. Here we are using water, here it is cold water, and the upper side of this bottle is covered with the balloon. Now here you can see that we are heating the water with the flame, and as soon as it gets heat and this water, it expands, and that energy transferred to this bottle, and finally what happens, this heated air goes into the balloon, and the size of balloon increases, or that it expands. So that shows whenever there is heating, there is expansion, when there is cooling, there is contraction. So that's all in this video, and that is all about this chapter, and we'll start new chapter in new video. So thank you for watching. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Vande Mataram.